Okay, this is my little abode. Yes, messy kitchen. I want to talk about loving one another and not looking for gain. Like people like to go, and I helped, and now you can do this for me. People like to do that. I think more so we should love one another unconditionally and forgive people as much as you can forgive them. In this pandemic, it's really shown the character of politicians. Some of them have tried their best to make changes in the correct way, but since the Industrial Revolution, with using resources we just can't replace. And so, what do you do when you run out of minerals and gas on the ground, which is what I think is our flaw? We need to walk on that to survive on the earth. But what do you do? We're hoping that technology in the future will change the position we're in now. Doesn't add up for me. We're hoping that in the future technology is there to change the global warming. So now, I don't think that's the way to go. That's like saying, I'll pay you tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Comes tomorrow and it's now. And I go, I said I'd pay you tomorrow, didn't I? We're in today and it's now, yeah. So I really think that I'd like to say all cars must go unless we have fuels that don't pollute. I do laugh a bit on the cows. The politicians pick on the cows. Oh, it's the methane from the cows. I mean, no, it's not. It's the millions and millions and millions of cars that are pumping out pollution. Because as a little boy growing up, I saw a report on the TV, and it said, "Oh, a man parks car in garage and dies. He committed suicide." He left the car running overnight in a garage, sat in his car. By the morning, he was dead. And I thought, that's one car. You could have fit 100 people in that garage. They would have been all dead. So one car can kill many people because of the fresh air we need to breathe. I think that this is obvious that we can't be using cars and can't hope for future technologies to change the conditions now. Many scientists say it's too late. I think that we need to share in hope. We need to keep pushing the systems around to change political systems. And it's going to take great momentum, and we need to create that quickly to get these changes. So our politicians, that I don't see that do much, except that confusion. Every day they're changing laws, and there was 12 laws, commandments 6,000 years ago. The Aboriginal and Native people, their laws haven't changed since they were realised they're on the earth, right? So let's say Aboriginal, 60,000 years recorded. And with human nature, we look at it in the past, it's not good. But with involvement of human nature, there's hope there that we can change our thinking and produce an environment that stays, which means we need to plant millions of trees. Trees can live up to 3, 4, 5, 6,000 years old. Some maybe even older, but I've seen some beautiful trees that are 3,000 years old. Fire goes through there, doesn't touch the tree. The younger trees that we think we can log and replant, no, it doesn't work that way. You can't plant a tree and in 100 years take it away, in that 100 years, the fires are just going to wipe it. And biodiversity, planting different trees and different plants all in that same garden. We can't, what I've seen is they planted, rows and rows and rows of pine, and you look on the ground and there's just no biodiversity. I mean, there's no bugs and lizards and insects that are different, that help the earth fertilize the trees, and help with the oxygen levels, the function of the planet. And so we need to pull up. We need to shut down plastic factories, shut down everything, shut down. Guess what's happened? We have been. I don't know if that's a coincidence. A test, maybe? If we shut down, is the environment more clearer, cleaner? Well, yeah, it has been a bit better, hasn't it? Less flus. But COVID is a statistic. So COVID is an interesting area when it comes to this COP summit, what's right and wrong, and the way we go forward in the future. We actually have to go back. We have to go back to horse and cart. I think we have to go slower, because everything's fast, quick, go to work, get there, and no one's getting to live their life. All for chasing the dollar. What does the dollar do? Well, it's an exchange between one human being to another. The barter system was my favourite, but it means that, I want your jumper, you take my shoes. Yeah, it's unfair deal. My shoes were 400, your jumper was 100. But the deal itself is fair, because it's based on an agreement. Those written agreements would be much better than money, because it's not written money. It's on its own accord. So let's pray, postulate, imagine, use our brains to come together, unite, not judge or blame one another, not be bullying to get what we want from one another, not to bully to say you're better than that person because they've done something, say, wrong. I recently had a mistake I did. My intentions were good, trying to help people. Pressure of COVID, everything, I had a bit of a turn and hit a pole and parked the car, looked at the road, and I thought, oh yeah, I've hit that pole. Apparently, I must have hit another pole. I didn't. So I left. They call it the scene, but I thought everything's fine. I couldn't see any other cars around, except for one on the other side going around. Anyway, I got a cab home because I didn't even know where I was. I was being harassed at that time, so I had a bit of a blackout. And my health hasn't been too good because of the lockdown. I've been sick. Sort of started well physically, and then it became a bit mentally, like with depression and stuff. So I don't know if anyone out there that hears this, my channel or whatever it is, because I'm not used to technology. This is the third time I've done YouTube. And should I look here? Should I look there? I don't know what I'm doing. But I will say that for all the suffering that's going on the earth with human beings, the way they behave, and what I see, Belarus, Afghanistan, even in Australia, like a lucky country, there's this judgment of, if you don't have money and you don't have a nice car, and if you don't have, above the Joneses, what they call the Joneses, keep up with the Joneses, if you don't have something that, oh my God, you've got a big house, that impresses me. If you don't have that, then I have a right to abuse you or to put you down. This is from the system, of this political system of hierarchy, power, and change. Power, I can change things. They get into power and they get messed up in all sorts of corrupt deals for grabbing money. And I don't understand why you would need $1 billion or $1 million to be a multi-millionaire and then not go and unite people and unite against what they call evil, but I say against the inert evil in the system. I don't think human beings are evil. Maybe 2%, 10%, but there's 90% of people are genuine, good people. Because we need to look after each other on this earth. We need to look after the earth before we can look after each other. I have a friend that tells me, look after yourself, don't worry about others. I can't live like that. When I go out, I like to put others first, and then I'll give them a drink of water, then I'll have a drink of water with them or by myself. But it's much nicer, isn't it, to share your glass of water or your food with another person, because then you have a conversation, your mind leaves worries. And since I've been living on the earth 56 years now, the change that I've seen, like the amount of trees that they cut down still. Our Amazon, it's big trouble. This COP 2020, whatever it is, COP 20, I don't know. It's a rude word in its nature. And Russia and China didn't even show up. Well, it's like me not showing up for the fact that I'm responsible for the police station down the road. I'm responsible for it, and I'm not going to show up. But I'm still running the police station next week. That's just not... That's politics, you see. I don't think that's why I like politics that much, because that word is manipulated for self-gain. And those people who go, I don't think I need to talk about it, I won't, I wait till the courts say, oh, it's under investigation. Come on, mate, let's get real. This earth needs us to act now. Acting now means no more making fridges. We can dig down about 6 feet, whatever, 6-8 feet under the earth, and store your food there. It's like a refrigerator when you go down the earth. We've been doing it for thousands of years. Storing food, living well, and being quite healthy for it. But fridges, gases in the fridges, the pollutants, plastics, all this laminates, everything's plastic, and it's got to stop. It's got to stop. If you agree with me, give me a little tick. I'll let you know a secret. I also am a bit disabled. Well, yeah, I'm disabled from a car accident that I was a passenger in. So my head went to the windscreen. So even as a disabled person, which, I won't go into what effects it has on me, my life, but yeah, it has a lot of effect. But the biggest effect that causes me this depression is the way we treat the earth. Really, until I have an Aboriginal, upstanding elder in Parliament running Australia, I don't think I'll be happy with politics until that day. And when that day happens, it's like having the first female Prime Minister or leader. So next time I will be talking about the follow-up of this environmental effect, and then the effect that humans have by judging their wives or their partners, men or women, gays, asexuals. It's about the way we respect and treat each other. It's just the way we respect and treat the earth. Not always good, and I think we need change. And the only way to do that is talk about it, get online, talk about it, create groups, and support each other in planting trees, getting into nature, because Mother Earth is our house. And without our house, we won't have anywhere to live. Okay, till next time.